Hello. So first up we have one of the males. They don't have names yet, so I'm just going to record their weights in my book before I feed them. So this little guy is 74.8 grams. And he's looking pretty good actually. You see him there. Cute little fellow with me. Let me see if I can bring this up on my laptop too. That way maybe I can follow along with any chat that might be happening. Okay. All right. Well, I guess we're ready to go. So, hello. So, I'm Suzanne with Carmela's Sanctuary of Squirrels, and bringing you the new babies live. This is their first feeding since I got them. They got here about an hour ago now, and it's their time for feeding, and this little guy is definitely waking up. So he's 75 grams, and we're gonna start his feeding. So I always use kind of a little bib for them. It just clutches right on. And I have the milk, the formula heating up over here. Just gonna fill up the syringe, test the heat of the formula on the web of my thumb. Perfect. Let's see how he takes to it. Oh, he's hungry. Can you hear him sucking on the syringe? Little smacking sounds. Try to get a bit closer to the camera here for you. So these are very small syringes. This is a 0.5 cc syringe. So it would take 10 of these to make a teaspoon, just to give you an idea as to how much he's actually eating. So that's the second one. Here we go. So at this age, we like them to eat about 7% of their body weight. He's 75 grams, so that would be about 5.5 cc's. And I always weigh them before and after each feeding. That tells me exactly how much they actually consume. Now, when they're first learning how to eat from the syringe, they don't eat as much right away. So I'll be happy if I can get them to take 5 or 6 syringefuls, which would only be about 2.5 or 3 cc's. But I will keep giving it to him as long as he's willing to take it. So far he's doing really good. That's the 4th one. He is very hungry. So it's been about 2.5 hours since he last ate. He ate at 5:30. Hawk, the lady that brought them to me, stopped along the way and fed them. This is number 6 now. Okay, he's thinking he's full. So had almost 7 syringefuls. So we'll weigh him again after I wipe his little face. And let's see how much he actually ate. See this nice round little belly. There we go. 78.3. He started at 74.8. So he had about 3.5 cc's, which is really good for a first feeding on this formula. They're a little bit older than what I had thought they would be. His ear canals are just opening up, so they're about 3 weeks. So now we're gonna stimulate him to the potty. An extra soft, damp Q-tip to do that. And he's already going. It's a good boy. Yeah. It's a good boy. Pull his tail back out of the way so he can poop as well, if he wants to. Still going. You got a lot to do, a lot to go. And here comes the poop. It's still pretty black. which is normal when they still have some of their mother's milk in their system. A wild squirrel's diet has a lot of tannic acid in it, a lot of tannins, which makes their feces and their urine pretty dark. So that's good. All right, so that's the first little guy right there. We'll go get another one out of the incubator. Find the other little boy first, so we can make sure we get everybody fed. All right, so here's baby number 2, another boy. He's got a pretty chubby little belly already, and he's already starting to pee, so I'm just going to go ahead and get him started. Let's let him empty his bladder first, if he wants to. So I'm just barely rubbing the end of his penis with the tissue, because he's really, it's coming out pretty much on its own. He's doing a good job here. I'm just really absorbing what's coming out. Still going. Pooping a little bit too. He doesn't like that very much. He's objecting. All right, buddy, are you done? Not quite. Okay, here we go. There you go, little guy. Oh, okay, now poop's coming for sure. Yeah, very black from the tannins. You done? Okay, let's see how much he weighs. $93.9. So he's significantly bigger than his brother. We'll see how he does with eating here. There we go. Okay. Look at him go. Oh, a good boy you are. Yeah. You have a good appetite too, don't you? Yes, you do. Here we go. This is number 3. And 4. He's trying to hold the syringe. I gotta fill it up, buddy. It's empty. You gotta let me refill it. There we go. That's number 5. So that's about 2.5 cc's so far. There's number 6. Seven. He's thinking he's full. All right, big guy, let's see how much weight. Take a look at his tummy after I wipe his little chin off. Nice full tummy. As I said earlier, as they get used to eating from the syringe, they'll eat more. But it's going to take them a little bit of time to build up to full amount. So that was 97.5. So he had about 3.5 cc's. There's the second little guy. I'm gonna go get one of the sisters now. I think you're ready. Mm-hmm. This little girl she had her chin resting on the edge of the basket. She's ready to go. She is hungry. So this one's a little girl. I'm gonna try, excuse the shakiness a minute, I'm gonna try readjusting the camera to be a little bit closer. So I don't have to reach up as high to show you guys what I'm doing. Just give me a second here. Sorry for the shakiness. This will be easier for you guys to see everything that's going on. got it a little lower and a little closer to the desk. So I'll move the scale over, weigh her first. She's 79.6. It's 8:20 p.m. Get her a little bib. Yes, these are Eastern gray squirrels. How do I not get them confused with one another? That's a good question. Since they just came in right now, I'm just learning about them. So in time, I'll recognize different facial features on them. A lot of times the differences are in the way that see this little stripe on her nose? So they're all individual. Those little stripes are going to be different on each one of them. And so I'll learn what those stripes look like, and then I'll know who is who based on the stripes, but also other markings as well. Like sometimes one has whiter hands than another one, or sometimes they've got like, you know, darker fingers or toes, or, you know, various features like that. Sometimes it's the markings around the eyes that are different. And see, she's not as comfortable with the syringe as what her brothers were. So I'm fighting her a little bit on this, getting her to eat. So let's see if we can get her to do a bit better. But also I can use the weights as a gauge as well, especially when there's a big disparity between the weights of them. Like the two brothers, there's almost a 20-gram difference. So it'll be really easy for now to tell who's who just based on which one is the bigger one. And we'll find out when I get the other little girl out, see how, if there's a noticeable weight difference between the two of them. That will help as well. It's right here. You got great kid. That was her I'm hungry squeak. She wants her mama. She doesn't like this business of hanging out in the air and not having a nice warm belly to snuggle up to. Now she's getting the hang of it. Come on. Come on. That's right. There you go. That's the way to do it. That's a good girl. There we are. There you go. That's right. That's a good girl. Now she's getting the hang of it. I love it when they hold on to the syringe like that. It's so cute. Just little beads of milk formula on her whiskers. So cute. Okay, I gotta have it back. Gotta fill it. Here it is. There it is. Good girl. She's really eating a lot. I can feel her belly getting round underneath my fingers over here on this side. Goodness, she was hungry. She's drinking way more than her brothers did now that she figured out how to do it. Let's see if she'll take one more, but then I'm gonna cut her off because I don't want her to get a tummy ache. You want it? Yeah, she's done. Okay. Okay, pretty girl. Wipe your little chin off. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Now let's weigh you. .3. So almost 4 cc's, which is fantastic. Let's get her to go potty a little bit. She doesn't want to bend her tail back. Okay. All right, I'll forget bending the tail back. Good girl. She's going right away. She keeps putting her little feet in the way. There we go. Now we'll get it without getting your tail all yucky. Yeah. That's a girl. Good girl. That's a good girl. Okay. Now we'll go get your sister, huh? All right, one to go. Find the sister. There she is. So this is the fourth one. This one is also a girl. So we've got 2 girls, 2 boys. And this one I believe is the smallest one. Let's take a look. 72.8. Definitely the smallest. So we've got 2, a small boy, a small girl, and a big girl, a big boy, and a good sized girl. So got a nice span of weights. And let me just get her cloth. There we go, pretty girl. Some formula. All right, here we go. Let's see if we can get her to eat. So back to answering Michelle's question again. With these 4, it's going to be very easy to tell who is who because of just based on the weights alone. She's about 7 grams smaller than her sister. And the 2 boys are about 20 grams difference between them. So it's going to be really easy for now to tell who is who. But as they grow and stabilize, those gaps in weights are going to close up. So right now this formula is diluted in half with purified water. And you do that at first because their mother's milk is still in their system. And so you don't want to go full strength formula right away or it'll curdle in their tummies and could end up causing diarrhea and stuff. So we always start with it watered down and then gradually titrate them to full strength over a couple of days. So, and they're almost 3 weeks old. So at this point, they'll be fed about every 2.5 to 3 hours around the clock. So I'll be getting up with them in the middle of the night a couple times for feedings. You can hear the squirrels, the other squirrels in the room rattling around in their cages some. That one got a lot of air in it. So let's refill that. Don't need to go putting a bunch of air in her tummy. There we go. Sorry, I keep moving her away from the camera when I reach over to fill the syringe. I'll have to figure out a better position for everything when I do live videos in the future so that you guys can see things better. And she already thinks she's full. Try to get her to finish this syringe, but she's not wanting it. Let's see how much she ate. Wipe her little face off. Yeah. And on the scale. Well, she ate 3 cc's, so she actually did pretty good. And she's already starting to go potty, so not even gonna have to stimulate her really. Just catch it. There it comes. There it comes. Yeah, that's a good girl. That's a good girl. That's right. So you really can't see it. There's no way I can show it to you on the camera, but there are little tiny hairs all over her little private parts here. And so I don't have to actually touch the skin, I just have to touch the edges of those little hairs to stimulate her to go potty. So it helps prevent her from getting a rash or having it get dried out. She's done. Just wipe her a few times and see if we can get her to poop a little bit. Here it comes. Come on. Come on. That's a good girl. Come on. Push it out. Push it out. Good girl. Oh, that was such a little tiny poo. It was such a little tiny one, but at least it was a little bit. At least we got some. That's a good start. So there's the little girl. And I'm gonna put her back in the incubator. I'm just gonna reverse the camera a minute so you guys can see. There's the incubator. And put her down in with them. Oops, sorry about that. Not easy holding the camera on the tripod. There, just gonna burrow in with them. Oh, there we go. There they are. They'll just kind of tumble around with each other until they find a comfortable spot. And then they'll curl up and they'll go to sleep until the next feeding. And that's it. So that's all for now. Thanks for joining me. And don't know if I'll go live again tonight later or maybe sometime tomorrow, but I'll try to go live again soon. Y'all have a great night and thanks for joining me.